It's startling when you look at the numbers. Your 6 top scorers last year missed a combined 3 games. I think we know what you're facing, but just the challenges when you have that many guys missing that many games, quality guys.
Yeah, it's challenging, but it's, we don't really use it as excuses. I mean, there's situations where there's opportunity for people to take advantage of it. We know the positive that we're going to get these guys back soon, and that's the way you got to look at it. So there's opportunity, and you have to play even more a team game. You got to play your identity even more when you have people like that out.
Watching you guys last year, it didn't matter what situation, you always played with poise and composure.
Yeah.
I know you've talked about consistency, but I'm looking at that, and that's, how do you miss it? How does it go south?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of different factors. The bottom line is you got to make a play under pressure if you want to be in the NHL. We know that, and we're practicing it. We're talking about in video. There's just certain situations that you have to be poised under, but you also have to be predictable. So I think when you're missing people, sometimes predictable is better to calm the nerves down. Last 4 or 5 minutes, not to bring it up again, there was some predictable situations we should have put the puck into where we had numbers and we didn't. So these are I know it's the most overused word in coaching, but learning lessons. So that's the way you have to look at it.
The guy that I think we were all cheering for was Brebuef. I don't know if you're going to plan on using him, but the fact, it's like the guy's gone from hell and back.
Yeah.
What do you plan on using? Will you use him at all?
Yeah, there's I talked to Footy about it. I'm not sure when we're going to put him in, but I'd like to see him. There's some guys down there I'd like to see play. Whether we play him this trip, I don't know, but he's a type of guy. There's sometimes players that play in the minors and play in the NHL. They actually play better in the NHL because it's more of a structured game, and he's a very structured system guy. So I'd like to see him in those situations.
What's the potential of Jake on your top line? What's the potential there?
Well, I think he's adding, obviously scoring some goals for us. He's good at coming from behind. He's been going to coming to the net when there's a lot of loose pucks. Somehow he finds that area to get those loose pucks. Obviously the Millsy pass to him. That's what you're looking for, a rush goal. We're limited on the rush chances, and I think when you get those type of goals, it gives guys confidence.
Why do you think he said at some points he's not happy with his game? Because wingers tend to drift a bit. Brock has talked about this, drifting back to the spots where they normally shoot from in the past, where today's game predicated on being a little setting up.
Well, I think if you look at the best goal scorers, or they play inside, but they also know when to go outside. I mean, you just can't be inside. But when you play inside, it sets up for the outside goals. And that's why, if you watch Brock, there's some games when he's on fire. You watch some of his goals, they're in front of the net. Yeah. And then the odd time you'll see, last game, Millsy goes to the net, and that opened up Brock's shot. So Brock didn't have to go to the net on that one. So that's a chemistry thing too.
You got 13 games with Max Sasson now. I don't think the excitement's kind of worn down for him yet. But for you, now that he's kind of settling into the NHL, what are you liking about how he's kind of taking that next step aside from just playing your first game in the NHL?
Well, he's added some speed. We need that. We need speed up front, especially up the middle. And I thought last game too, he took the puck, he transported it from our blue line, into their end with speed. That's big. And if he can keep developing that skill, that's a positive for him and us.
You got a Calgary team here, pretty strong defensively. What are you guys looking forward to just getting back on the ice and playing against them?
Well, like I said, I think our net front presence could be better. I think we could be a better team at that. I think also for us, we got to get more shots from the point. I think a lot of shots are getting blocked a lot. So that's either you got to move your feet, change the angle, pass the puck quicker. There's a couple offensive things we worked on today that might help. But definitely got to get some shots through to the net and get some more bodies in front.
Your shot volume has been down for a few weeks now.
Yeah.
How concerned are you about that? A lot of games, 20, 22, 24 shots. Is that enough?
Well, it depends on what shots you're looking for. If it's just go down the wing and just throw on the goalie to appease everybody, no, that's useless to me. But whether the defenseman has the puck in the middle of the ice and there's a chance for him to shoot it and he passes it to the flanker, yeah, that's concerning to me. We have to get those type of shots. You have a 2-on-1 and you don't execute, you miss a chance to get a play at the net, or a 3-on-1. So there are execution plays, but there's also quality of shots for me. But yeah, you're right. There's I counted about 10 times last couple of games where we, in the first 10 minutes, where we had an opportunity to get the puck on net with people and we deferred to something else. I don't know if that's confidence or that's not moving your feet, but that's definitely has to change. You're right.
No single player can replace Quinn in the lineup, but Eric has characteristics, Eric Renstrom, that you can occupy a role and be a little bit more offensively inclined. What do you want to see from Eric here?
Well, yeah, exactly. But he has to have patience with the puck also, and know when to go, when not to go. Walk the blue line. He can't try to be Quinn Hughes. He's just got to be who he is. But there are chances for him to walk the blue line and get a shot on it. Yeah, use that skill.
We know how hard it is to replace Quinn on the ice, but just his off-ice impact in the room. Like, is that just also a by-committee thing?
Yeah, Quinn's just a guy. He's like I've told you guys, hockey. He thinks hockey 24/7. Even when you have breakfast with him, you sit with him, he's talking hockey. He's watching hockey as you're talking to him. So, he just adds the love of the game. When you have players that love the game, it's contagious. He just loves the game. This is killing him that he's out. He told me today, Coach, I'm bored. Because he's out, right? So, you want guys who are injured are just itching to get back in.
Rick, how do you see the timeline with both of those guys? How do you see it playing? Is it a matter of them resting? Is it a matter of them healing? A combination of both?
Well, healing, obviously. I would say Quinn's week to week. That's all I got. P's more of a day-to-day thing, but they're not. But they won't be playing on this trip.
JT, I guess just looking forward to Calgary here. What do you guys expect? Maybe a third matchup of the year for you guys?
Yeah, hard-fought, energy type of game. Those games are fun to play in, so we're looking forward to it.
What's important for you guys after a couple days of practice here, getting back to it?
Just focusing on the things we're working on, try to implement them in the game and be a little sharper.
JT, we know Quinn's importance on the ice, obviously. Just off the ice as well. Like, you take it upon yourself to kind of rally the guys while he's out?
No, I think it's a committee thing. We all got to step up, do a little more. Our best player is hurt right now, so we got to make sure that guys are. Not only that, he's our captain, so we got to make sure everybody's pulling on the rope together so we can accomplish the team goal.
Jump on. A couple of hard practices here. Does that just help refocus after obviously a challenging game last time up?
Well, it wasn't a bad game. It's just a lack of focus in the latter half of the game. So, not the end of the world. We're focused on next game. That's all we can really worry about right now.
JT, you guys played with such composure last year in poison in all situations. I think the last 5 minutes illustrated that was a little bit lacking. How did you lose that as a team? Poise and the composure of playing the confidence.
Well, we don't sound like we do that all the time. I don't know. Learn from the mistakes, keep playing aggressive, and obviously trying to let it happen again.